welcome on back to the Cars Garage. Today, I am going to be ranking with my good friend Maya here every single 2024 Disney Cars diecast that was brand new to the year. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Without any further ado, let's begin. Actually, before we do that, I want to give a big old shout out to Louie the Cat for not only making this tier list, which is very, very well done, but also for just being a supporter of the Cars Garage for a very long time and for suggesting that I make this video. Hope you enjoy, especially out of everyone, Luby. Anyways, we'll start off now with Rodette Merker. First of all, I'm sure you already know how a tier list works. F is the worst, S is the best, everything in between. Still some good options, you know. I mean, A, B, not too bad. You don't really want to end up in C or anything below that. But, I mean, B, A, and S, of course, all very good places to be in. And I think, honestly, every car will end up in one of those spots by the end of this video, because I don't see myself putting any of them in the C tier or definitely anything worse than that. We'll start off with Rodette Merker, though. So, a new clown. I really do like this one. Nothing to complain about. Glad they did her. But I don't like her expression. That's the one thing I do not like. It's just no good. So for that reason, I'll put her in the B tier. It's so, like, glum. You know what I mean? Very, very glum-faced. Where, you know, she doesn't really appear like that in the episode. So it's just not really a good representation of her character. Or just clowns in general. So that's why I'm putting her in the B tier. Next up is Space Creature Lightning McQueen. Without the cloak and with the cloak. I'll just put them next to each other because it really is the same car. It's like you're getting 2 in 1 though. Definitely an A tier worthy car. Borderline S. I think he's a really, really good car. I mean, 2 in 1. And I'm very shocked that they even did a new paint job underneath the cloak. It's like a brand new car. I mean, it's like 2 brand new cars. So it's just really cool. Then we have Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazard with Slime. So this was an unexpected one. I didn't think they'd do him so early on. I feel like he's probably A tier worthy, but like low A tier worthy. Right now we don't have a ton of cars, but I will put him behind Space Creature McQueen. Only because, I mean, he's not as different as this one, even though he is still a 2 in 1. His eye plate is new, so that's a plus. But, I mean, I don't know. His expression does look nice. It looks different enough. The slime goes on nicely. It holds on if you put him upside down. But there's a new variant of him out, and that's kind of like the one I'm ranking today because that's the one I have. It's way too dark. The brown is just, it doesn't even look like the same brown that you see him with in the show. So for that reason, I think low A tier worthy is where he should be. Anyways, though, next up is Cave Mater. I think we're already going to be putting a car in the S tier because I just love this car. I think they did an outstanding job with Mr. Cave Mater. I feel like they should have did him sooner, though. He really should have been a 2023 release. But whatever, a lot of the Maters probably should have been like President Mater too, who we'll rank in a second. But yeah, I mean, he's fully made of metal. Every little detail is there. His big old rock tow cable, I mean, his expression is really nice, matches Cave McQueen's. I mean, you just can't go wrong. The log bumper, the stone for an engine. It's more so like Disney and Pixar's creativeness, but Mattel just, you know, brought him to life in just the perfect way possible. They really did outdo themselves with Cave Mater's diecast. Next up, though, the Tractor Ghost. I think he's really cool. And the green matches all the other ghosts that we got before him. Actually, I guess we only really had one that was green, Mallory Carhut, because the other ghosts came after him, who I actually see on the tier list right down there. Good old Logan Geara. I think he's like an A tier worthy car, but probably not as good as Space Creature McQueen, because you don't have the 2 in 1 factor. His expression's really cool, though. It's like straight out of the episode. So, definitely A tier worthy. I think he is. Then we have President Mater, so a really nice one. Really only one Zonk for him, and it really doesn't hold him back too far. I'd probably still put him behind, or maybe in front of, actually, I think in front of Space Creature Lightning McQueen, because he's done really nicely. His decals could be a little clearer, but the one thing I really don't care for on this one is the overspray paint on his engine. The quality control really isn't there. Like, they painted it gray, which it's supposed to be, but some parts they didn't paint, and some parts they painted where they weren't supposed to. Like this back part here, it's supposed to be blue, but kind of ended up looking more so like the gray color that the engine is. So I didn't like that, but his expression's cool. Fully made of metal, so you really can't go wrong with the President Mater. And then we have Chris Freightman. This one's so cool. Both of these guys are really cool. Chris Freightman and Tony Motorfelt right next to him. Two awesome trucks. Chris is from the trucks episode. I almost want to put him in the S tier. I think, you know what, I think I will. Because I think he's that good. I don't really think you can beat him. I mean, he might be A tier worthy. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll put him high A tier. Just because there's one thing I don't like about him, and it's not really a zonk, it's just something I wish they would have added. And that's like the decals on the side. The race, fire, and rescue, or whatever it's supposed to say. Decals, I think Piston Cup. Because he does look like Herb Kerbler from the Cars 3 Meet the Cars book. But he's not, so I guess you can say he doesn't need the decals, you know? You don't really see his side in the trucks episode, so you can't say it's an error. Or like a mistake, I guess, more so. But I mean, he's still really cool. I might put him in S tier later. I'm not sure. We'll see how it all kind of like comes together. But next up, Tony Motorfelt. I think he should just go right behind him because he's one of my favorite cars of the year. I think Chris is a little bit better. I think I may have, when I reviewed them, I may have said Tony. I liked him better. But I mean, Chris is more unique with like the whole tow cable section. Whereas Tony really is just a repaint of Roscoe, but a good repaint. Like he's fully made of metal. I mean, he's just cool. I love his expression too. I almost like him better than Chris. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I think he's still A tier worthy, not S quite. But very close. Anyways, GRC Lightning McQueen is next, and we have GRC Francesco right after. I love GRC McQueen. I think he's my favorite GRC racer. So I think I'll put him just in front of the Ghost Tractor there, just behind Space Creature McQueen. I don't think he's S tier worthy. Definitely not because of like the blurry decals. Not that blurry, but they're a little blurry. I do really like him though. Honestly, he might be better than Space Creature McQueen. Just because like that is just a plastic cloak. This is like an all new paint job, but this is kind of too. In a way, it's just a 2-in-1 factor. It's so cool. It really is like getting two cars in one. So I think, yeah, Space Creature McQueen's a little better. But anyways, GRC Francesco is next. I think he's great, but he could be better. I think I'll put him actually just behind the Tractor Ghosts. I think they could have done a little bit better of a job just changing up his... Well, then again, he doesn't have a lot of surface area. They did change it up enough. He's pretty cool. Just not one of my favorite GRC racers. Maybe he could have a bit more like cool decals like Raul has, stuff like that. You know, like more like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. He just needs a little bit more pizzazz, I guess. Next up, Jessica Carville. Nice little pitty with her clipboard and comes with a cone. I think she's like bottom of the A tier. Even though she's light, I'm kind of debating on putting her in the B tier. But, I mean, great detail. A little bit too much dirt. I don't really know why she has so much dirt on her. But I think they did a good job with her. So, no complaints. I'll put her there in the low A tier. And then I think I might actually drop this McQueen down into the high B tier. I think he's a little bit better than Rodette, but I don't think he's really A tier worthy anymore. Now that I look at it, here's Jason Roedke, who I really like. Another Road Rumbler. First one on this tier list, but there's quite a few they did this year. I really like him. Very like kind of like forlorn release. Don't worry, I'm just setting him there, not putting him in the B tier. I don't know if I should put him in S or A. I think A. I think just behind Tony Motorfelt, maybe. But I think I'm gonna put Chris Freightman in the S tier. I think he's deserving of it. He's a really cool truck. Next year he'll probably be in the low A tier. But like if he's re-released, I'm just saying. But yeah, I think he's S tier worthy. I think Tony might be too. I might have to rethink this a little. But anyways, GRC Carla is next. She's not too different, but I really like the colors. I mean, I just love the floral aesthetic that she has. And I don't know, I might like her more than McQueen. I think I do, to be honest. I think I do like her a little bit more than McQueen. So I'm going to put her right there, separate the two McQueens. I think she is my favorite GRC racer, come to think of it. Then we have Van Campbell, so another clown. Not really even a clown, more so a stunt performer. He's an Opel Corsa, so definitely a more unique model. But we've seen lots of repaints from this model before, just not as many as, actually maybe more than this model for Rodette's model. I'm not really sure. But either way, I really do like him. I like how he's looking out to the side. He's just a little bit plain, but I mean, that's how he looks in the episode, so really, you can't complain. I think I'll put him just above Jessica there in the low A tier. I think he's worthy of being in the A tier. Then we have Justin Road Ritter. This is a single version. which is pretty obscure. They didn't really make him available in Canada. I don't think he's not in the half count version of the case that he's in, which I believe is J. I forget though. This is the one with the loaded gun in the top, so he does have the little yellow bullet and a new expression. The 2-pack version here with Kenan Janoi has the gun unloaded, and obviously the bullet is on Ken's windshield. So I can't believe they did 2 variants of a brand new car in the same year. Only complaint about him is the back half. I wish it wasn't plastic. But he's still really cool, so I think I'll put him I think just above the Tractor Ghost. I think he's a really nice truck. Then we have GRC Jackson Storm, a sneaky favorite of mine, one that I didn't think I'd like as much as I do. Only real complaint is his mouth. I wish they would have changed that. But I mean, they really didn't change any of the mouths for any of the GRC racers, so it doesn't surprise me. I just like how dark black he is. It's really cool, really sleek, and better than the regular Jackson Storm. If you like that one, which I don't really know who would, because it's a peg warmer, huge peg warmer. I mean, it doesn't peg warm too much anymore, but still, he peg warmed so long that he'll always be a peg warmer in my eyes. But I don't know, I might like him better than, I don't know. I think I do like him a little better than, I don't know. See, I'm not really judging by character, so obviously I like McQueen better, but I don't know. I think I'll put him just behind McQueen. These are definitely the best 3. Carla, Lightning, and Jackson Storm. I don't know if I'll keep that order necessarily, but for now, I will. Then we have Raul Sarul. That's one I actually just got. Didn't open him yet, as of when I'm recording this, but he does look really nice. I love all I love how he's not really symmetrical so much, and I don't know, I like how they made him more like a next gen almost, with his paint job. He looks really, really nice. I don't know where to put him, to be honest. I think he's my 4th favorite though, so I think I'll put him just just behind Jackson Storm, I guess. I think at least. I think that's a good spot for him. Just above Justin Road Ritter. Then we have Barney Cones, another one from Case K that I just found at Canadian Tire. It's been a lot of fun finding cars there. He's the push truck from the Salt Flats episode, who I think is pretty nice. Definitely a good, worthy release. I think I'll put him I think just behind the Tractor Ghost is a good spot for him in the A tier. Lower A tier, but still A tier nonetheless. Here's Margaret Motoray, who I wanted to like so much, but I don't like her expression. It just doesn't match her character, just like Ronette. Doesn't match her character at all. But other than that, I mean, she's a very great release, like a deluxe almost. They definitely could have made her have the mud detailing. Makes her a little inconsistent with the other Cryptid Busters like Mater and Griswold, but I mean she's still really cool, so I think I'll still have to put her just behind President Mater in the high A tier. I think that's a good spot for her, but if she had her nice expression, she might actually be the best car of the year. And also she did actually take the place of a car that ended up getting canceled. It was just another clown, the Citroen clown, but still nonetheless kind of sucks, but doesn't really affect where I put her on the tier list. Anyways, here's Max Chanel. I think I actually like him, the GRC Max Chanel. I wasn't sure. A lot of people complained about him, but I do think he's a nice one. I think I'll put him, just in front of Justin Road Ritter. I think that's a good spot for him, because he actually is pretty unique, has a brand new color, which is pretty cool, though I did like his purple. I don't know, I think that's a good spot for him. Then we have Logan Geara, so there's that other ghost I was talking about, the Model T repainted ghost, almost like Lizzie, repainted to look like a ghost, but I think he's definitely supposed to be a male, not a female like Lizzie. I think I'll put him pretty high actually, probably, I think just above, maybe actually just above Raul. I think that's a good spot for him. He's really cool. I mean, he's a Model T, so that just scores him some extra points just because who doesn't love Model Ts? But, yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good spot for him right there. Next up, though, is, another GRC racer. It's GRC Cruz Ramirez, who is another one that I really didn't expect to like that much, but I think she might be one of the best ones. Might actually earn her spot in the top 3. I'm not sure. I think I might, I think I'll put her just behind Jackson Storm. I still think he's a little bit better, but she's definitely a cool one. I like the yellow and black, and then the blue, how it all mixes together. The yellow rims is really cool. Overall, just a really, really nice GRC racer. Then, next up we have Mandy Frenderbender, the Taco Mint crew chief, who I never thought they'd make. They canceled her in 2019. I mean, I don't know. I really do like this car a lot. Really cool that they made her after all these years, but she's not really like, I don't know, the right color. I know she definitely doesn't appear in the movie. Taco Mint team does not, for whatever reason. They just didn't animate all of them. Didn't think you noticed, I guess, but we noticed. They did Brand Imageer the Pity, and he didn't match either, but at least he was mostly white, so it didn't really matter. But the little bit of orange on, it should have been brown. I think she should be brown too, or white, vice versa. I mean, either way, brown or white, I think would definitely have been better than orange, because orange doesn't really match like the Taco Mint, branding, I guess. I don't know. I can't put her too low because she, is an uncanceled car. I think I'd put her just above. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I think maybe just behind GRC Carla. Break up Carla from McQueen, I think. Because Sally, she didn't like that anyways, them being next to each other. So I'll put Mandy Frenderbender there. Because, I can't score her too low because of the fact that she's a car that was, canceled before and now is uncanceled. But then again, she could be better. Anyways, next up is Byron Crashforth. So, brand new Sulflats racer, kind of like Niall Speedcone, but longer. Just doesn't have a lot of decals, so I don't know, not really a lot to talk about with him. Therefore, I don't think he's an amazing car, but still pretty nice. I think I'd put him at the bottom of the A tier there, behind Jessica Carville. Then we have Cars on the Road Ramon, only available in the 2-pack with Flow. And I really like this one a lot. I think it was the first new 2024 car I got all year. However, I can't really remember. I think I definitely put him somewhere pretty high because it's a really cool paint job for Ramon. I think I'd probably put him, I don't know. I think just above, I think in front of Carlo Veloso. I think he's a little bit better than the GRCs. I think it's a really cool paint job. And I'm glad they did him and they changed his expression too a little. Then we have GRC Shutharoki, who is definitely one of my least favorites. Miguel, I see him there. Him too. They're both my least favorites, I think, because they're both not as different as I'd like them to be. So I think I'll put him behind Byron in the low A tier. Then we have Kenan Janoi, who honestly might be an S tier worthy car. I think he is. Yeah, he's definitely going in the S tier because, he's pretty darn cool. Just look at him. He's a little car, but his expression, it's just spot on. All the little attachments that he has, it's just so cool. Plus, I got an Air of him this year, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I got 2 spears instead of a spear and a flag. So, yeah, definitely. It's like a movie moments car. It's straight out of the episode. So, definitely S tier worthy for me. Then we have the 2-pack version of Justin Road Ritter. I don't think as good, just because, I don't know. I'm not really sure. The other one, I guess, is more, yeah, I guess this one would be more, movie moments, kind of. I don't know. I can't put them right next to each other. I think, maybe I can, actually. They're pretty darn similar. I'm not sure. I think I'll put them behind Barney Cones. I don't know why. They're pretty much the exact same, but I can't put them right next to each other. Then we have GRC Miguel Camino. So yeah, like I was saying, one of my least favorites, but I still do like him better than Shu. Only because they did the black spoiler, and I like his red rims. I think I'll put him right there in front of Byron. Then we got all the pities and the movie prop. They're all separate though, because they're all unique cars, I guess. This is really just an accessory. But even so, here is Nicole Revwell. As an actual die-cast, it's kind of a basic one, I think she's got to go here. I was just going to rest her there, but honestly, the more I think about it, she is B-tier worthy as an actual die-cast, because it's just, a next-gen sputter stop pity with all the decals stripped. But, if I was judging the 2-pack as a whole, I'd definitely probably put it close to the S tier, if not in the S tier, because it's 3 new cars in one. And then Jesse Whelan, the other pity, definitely goes behind her, because he's even more basic. Not even a next-gen pity. Next-gen pities are pretty rare. Well, not rare, but they just don't make them very often is what I mean. So, that one's definitely cooler than this one. I think they're both worse than Rodette in terms of diecast. But this, even though it's not really a real car, I'd probably put it pretty high. Definitely, I think I don't know. It is just an accessory, but it's a really cool one. at that. So I think I'll put it actually right in front of Carla there, right behind On the Road Ramon. Even though it doesn't really count, to me at least, because it really is just an accessory. Anyways, here is the Dynaco Next Gen Hauler for Cruz Ramirez. This one's like I didn't even expect to be on here because, I don't know, it is diecast though, so I'm glad it is. I absolutely love this one. Probably going to be S-tier worthy again because, I don't know, I really like the Cruz Ramirez Hauler. I mean, it's spot on. Everything about it is perfect, so I think I don't know, I think I'll have to do it. I think I'll have to put her, I don't know if she's better than Cave Mater. But then again, I mean, that's more expected. That's just a Mater variant, you know? I don't know where to put her. I feel like S tier, like, I don't know, it is just a hauler. Haulers are cool. They don't make them very often. And she was canceled, just like Manny Fenderbender. She was canceled. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put her, I think she's my favorite car of the year. I think she's atop of the S tier. Yeah, I am. No, I think, yeah, she definitely is. I know. She's S tier worthy. The best car of the year. At least so far, we're not done yet. But I can tell you right now, none of these cars are going in front of her. So I guess we've determined my favorite car of the year. Dynaco Next Gen Cruz Ramirez Hauler. I mean, I was flabbergasted when they decided to make her. I was very, very shocked. Anyways, here's the 6 NASCAR diecast they did. We got Lightning McQueen, what's his name? William Byrev, Karsten A. Stillen, Gogo Logano, Bubba Wheelhouse, and Ryan Inside Laney. The only one I really like is McQueen because they actually changed his decals. The rest are just metallic, versions of the same cars we already got before. But he's nice. He's really nice, actually. I think I'll put him just, in front of, maybe in front of, President Mater. I think because the decals are so clear, I think he's better. I could almost even put him in front of, Jason and Tony, but I don't think I will. I don't think he's quite that good, but he's really close. His wheels are cool. He does come with the pit stop barrier. I love how he has the Willys Butte, Rusty's decals. That's really unique. I mean, definitely an underrated release, I think. Whereas all these ones are just metallic versions of cars we got before. If we didn't get those cars before, then I'd put them higher, but I think they're all, I don't know, probably bottom of the A tier for me, just because, I mean, they're just metallic releases. They're cool, but I don't really know why they didn't change the decals, and some of them I like more than others. I think Gogo I don't really like all that much to begin with. Maybe it's because he was a bag warmer at the Dollarama for a long time. I'm not sure. I do like Ryan Inside Laney's paint though, how it's orange. I might like him better than Carson, but then again the yellow is pretty cool and there's more of it, so I think that's where I'll put them. They all have really clear decals. For Vietnam, very clear decals, so that's a good thing about them. Then we have some glow racers. We have Fillmore, who I don't care for all that much. He does glow pretty nicely, but I think he could be better. I think behind Jessica maybe is a good spot for him. Then Chase Racelot does glow very nice, although his decals aren't that different. But even so, I think he's still, the hype for the glow racers has gone down for me this year. I don't care about them as much. I think I'll put him behind Barney there. Dan Garcia doesn't look too bad. I don't have him yet, but I think I'll still put him maybe behind Francesco there. And then Ryan Inside Laney actually does look really nice. I think this is actually a really cool one. I think he's probably going to end up being the best glow racer of the year for sure. So I think I'll put him just in front of, I think I like Raul a little bit better. I'll put him in between Raul and Max. And then we have one last car. It's Easter Flow, a car I don't know why I didn't really think it would be on here. I kind of forgot about the Easter cars. This one, I don't know, it might be another S tier car, or at least high A tier, because I was pretty shocked they did a brand new car from the Mater and the Easter Buggy book. Such a forlorn book, a favorite of mine when I was a kid, so for that reason, I'm actually going to put her, she is just a flow repaint. I can't put her that high. I kind of want to, though. I don't know. Can I put her in front of Chris Raitman? I feel like that's a little too high for her, but I'm going to do it anyways because I think she's worth it. The expression looking to the side, the pink accents, everything. It's just spot on. It's right from the book. It's such a cool car. But then again, she does have that's true. Thailand flows. I don't know. She has the plastic head. There's a lot of plastic. The back section, flow never really looks that great in the back section for, I don't know, like, because the silver on the plastic and the metal don't match. Okay, I'll put her in front. I'll put her down into the A tier for that reason, but she is really cool. I think I'll put her um, just behind Tony. How about that? Yeah, I think just behind Tony. That's a good spot for her. But I guess that is it, guys. That is my ranking of every car from 2024. From not only the main line, but from the Haulers line, the NASCAR line, and the Glow Racers line. The GRC line too, but that's in the main line. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, everyone. Well, I hope that you did enjoy this video. Thank you, as always, for watching. Thanks again to Luby, the cat, for suggesting I do the video. Thank you to Maya for being here with me, and for all these nice limbs. I'll let you down now, Maya. What the heck? You should have seen how she went down. It's like flipped over. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for watching, and with all that, I will see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage. But don't forget to let me know down in the comments below which 2024 Disney Cars diecast was your favorite this year. Like I said, mine was the... Let me find one. I have a couple. Cruz Ramirez Hauler. Awesome diecast, my favorite one, released this year. I didn't really think so until now, but according to the tier list, she's my favorite. So, well, that's a pretty darn good thing to be. Ryan's favorite from the Cars Garage. Anyways, yeah. Goodbye.